Hey everybody, Gene Siscatore here with today's Home with the Movies review, the show where we review things to instantly watch on Netflix. Today I'm going to review Drive, starring the big it guy of the moment, Ryan Gosling. This movie to me is sort of unique when compared to the films made nowadays. It's very deliberate in its pacing, so you gotta stick with it. Honestly, a few times into the first 30 minutes, I debated shutting it down and picking something else, but I'm glad I didn't. Real quick, Gosling is a Los Angeles wheelman for hire, stunt driving for movies by day and steering getaway vehicles for armed heists by night. He's a quiet loner who develops a relationship with his neighbor, played by Carey Mulligan, as well as her young son, all of which is complicated by the return of her ex-convict husband. After a heist intended to pay off the husband's prison debt spins unpredictably out of control, this driver finds himself targeted by a syndicate of deadly serious criminals. He soon realizes the gangsters are after more than just a bag of cash in his trunk, that they're coming straight for the woman, her son, his best friend and father figure Shannon, played by Breaking Bad's Bryan Cranston, and anyone else involved. The driving sequences in this movie are fun and suspenseful. The villains played by Albert Brooks and Ron Perlman shine, and Gosling's don't speak unless you have something to say driver is also very well crafted. To me, this movie did feel at times a little like Taxi Driver, a little like a David Lynch film, a little like Steve McQueen's Bullet, and even a little like the video game Grand Theft Auto Vice City, through its opening fonts and its overall 80s feel. This is one of those movies some people will hate and others will say is brilliant. It's a quirky love story, has a great soundtrack, various dimensions of friendships and loyalties, action, suspense, and some sheer violence make it well worth the ride. Okay, my final rating is a 1973 Chevy Chevelle. It's what the driver drove in the movie, which makes sense. This car was post-muscle cars and pre-economy cars. It's sort of an enigma, but those with a discerning eye and refined palate will understand its smooth ride and classic appeal. This movie is well worth the time. Thanks, and I'll see you next time right here in my home at the movies.